Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so we are here for Sunday Night Football, and we've got the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos here for this one. And so hopefully this one turns out to be a good matchup here, in which, down here at Mile High, they're trying to keep this momentum going here. They've had quite a few upsets as of recent years, so the momentum is starting to build for them. And as for Minnesota, we're talking about winning with basically starting three different quarterbacks over the last three games and yet still finding ways to win. And they're going to have to continue to do just that if they want to try to continue to fight for a playoff spot here in Minnesota. So we'll get to see Joshua Dobbs and the offense comes out here first. And so, Kenneth, we start the night with Kenneth. Kenneth, how are you? Kenneth says, hey, Mr. JB, how are you doing tonight? I am doing great. How about yourself? We've got CG&M here. CG, what's good with ya? What's good? And how about them Cowboys? And so we've got Reggie here. Reggie say, what up, though? Let's ride. How are you doing, Reggie? We've got JJ here. Meanwhile, quarterback already fumbled the snap and picked it up and able to hand it off to the back here. And so that's not the way you want to start off the game, but still able to pick up some positive yards there on the play. So way to turn what could have been a bad play into something positive there. And it looked like the exchange that might have been on Dobbs there. That might have been on Dobbs there on the exchange. But either way, second down coming up here for the offense. But yes, JJ, how are you? And he says, hey, what up? CG says, who you got winning? You got the underdogs, been fighting pretty hard lately. And so in this one, I think it's going to be a hard-fought game, but I've got to ride with Minnesota on this one here. I give Minnesota the slight edge. Meanwhile, Dobbs, play fakes. Gets this one to Josh Oliver, and he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. Third down coming up. So we got 3rd and 1 coming up for the Minnesota Vikings in this one. Would not be surprised if this one turns out to be a Broncos win at all here. I feel this one could go either way. But, hey, if I got to pick one, I'll take that side. Reggie said he's feeling blessed here. Absolutely love it. Love to hear it. Kenneth says no poll for us yet. And so, Kenneth, I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now for us here. Speaking of which, 3rd and 1 for the Minnesota Vikings offense here. Again, opening drive of the game here. Want to get a first down. They're lining up in the shotgun. Hawkinson goes in motion. Hawkinson's going to take the snap directly, but he tosses it near the Dobbs. So how about this variation? Man, oh my goodness, he lost the ball. He lost the ball. He fumbled it, and the Broncos have it. Oh, sometimes you get too cute with it that it messes it up. I mean, hey, if that was Josh Allen back there, I actually do like that play design if it's someone like a Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. But wow, look at that. You put Hawkinson up under center. You didn't have to do all that extra stuff. You did not have to do all that extra stuff. Just go ahead and let him take the direct snap, get you the first down. That's all you had to do. But you're going to mess around and play like that. You're going to hit the Broncos this game. They are playing really good football as of late. Wow, that is insane. Let's see. JJ says good. He says Vikings 31-17. We've got Braden in the house. And so, Braden, congratulations on your Packers getting the W today. I was shocked. Braden says, hey, JB, I'm not making a comeback in fantasy this week. Last time you told me that, you came back, Braden. I believe it when it's done. Meanwhile, Wilson completed the Jerry Jeudy, and that's going to be about 6 yards on the play. And so, 2nd and 4 coming up for the Denver Broncos. And let's see, we've got Joe Brown here on the stream. Joe, how are you doing? And so let's see, Reggie says, oh no, can't believe it. Richard Carr Sr. says, hey, what's up with you, Richard? And he says, smash them free subs and like. I appreciate that, Richard. How are you doing? All right, so now after that turnover, it is the Broncos with the football. Russ throws it. It's completed. Got to make somebody miss, takes it all the way to almost the 15-yard line, back out the backfield here. And that was Jalil with the reception. So now we've got the Broncos here trying to capitalize off the turnovers here. You want to give a team life, you come out and turn the ball over here. And so I didn't like, from the very first snap, you seen the trouble with the exchange there, but they were able to recover that. And so just got to calm down, go out there, and continue to make it do what it do out there. And let's see, JJ says, my Bucks lost a winnable game. And so, yeah, I did watch some of that game there. I'm surprised that it feels like Chris Godwin is not being utilized as much, especially in that first half. Meanwhile, they run it up the middle, picks up about 2 yards on the carry, 2-3 yards. Let's see, Reggie says, wahoo. Let's see, Braden says, thanks, surprise, we won also, Iowa won. And so, yes, so it's been quite the weekend for you. Whatever you did this weekend, don't change it. All right, but 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Russ looking, feels the pressure, and he's going to get brought down for the sack. And they dropped him at the 22-yard line here. So now we're going to be looking at a 3rd-and-long situation. Lost 7 yards on that sack. 3rd and 15 coming up here for the Minnesota 20-yard line. Reggie says, Iowa beating basketball, Drake here in Vikings Kingdom and our country. And so bet. Mike, what's good with you, Mike? Hey, I know your Buffalo Bills won, but to me, Buffalo has not been looking the same to me at all. And Stephon Diggs is trying to hurt me in fantasy football, man. What's going on with your Buffalo Bills? I know they got the W today, but still, they seem like they got a lot of things they got to fix. Meanwhile, 3rd and 15, throws it short, takes on the contact, and brought down at about the 13-yard line, and that will bring out the field goal unit here for the Denver Broncos. Again, here in the first quarter, 10 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And this is the first offense possession the Broncos had due to the turnover. So shout out to the Vikings defense. They're coming out strong here. And, they had great field position, but holding them to a field goal attempt right here is big if you're the Broncos here. The Vikings here. You could not let them go down there and get a score early in this one. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and put up the poll question now so we can get these votes in and see where everybody's got in this one. Meanwhile, the 31-yard field goal attempt is good for the Broncos, so they do cash in for 3 points off the turnover. And when we get back, we'll see the Vikings again offensively and see if this time if they can move the ball forward on their own. All right, but let's get the poll question up here quickly. All right, let's see if we can outdo what we did yesterday in terms of just how many votes we had. All right, poll questions should be up now. All right, let's see. Mike says, did the Patriots win the bye week? And so, Mike, anytime it's a bye week this season, that's a win for us. Just not losing right now is a win for us. RC on Aces, what's good with you? And he says, JB, give me about 15, 25 minutes watching my Iowa women's Hawkeyes, and I'm going to come back and chop it up with you. And so, bet. Let me know how many points Caitlin drops tonight. Braden says Reggie is an Iowa fan. Let's see. JJ says 27-14 people had drop passes. And so, yes, I did see some of that as well. And so my beef for today is I took the over for the player props for hold on, let me look at it real quick. I forgot which one it was. But all right, so for me, for Jerome Ford, I had took the over before the game at 13.5 rushing attempts. And so Cleveland ran him about 8 or 9 times in the first quarter. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to cash in on this one. And then come second quarter, the Browns, they run him one time. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Third quarter come, I'm like, all right, what are we doing here? Where's Jerome Ford? I'm like, is he hurt? He's not hurt. I'm like, did he fumble or something? He didn't fumble. I'm like, what's going on? They just went away from Jerome Ford the entire second half. Kareem Hunt, he did okay, but it wasn't to where you can't mix in Jerome Ford a couple more times. So that right there had JB hot right there. Let's see. Mike says Bills are mid. Reggie says last 6 months pushed out of Denver and the migrant controversy, property taxes, and energy bills. Oh, if the crimes, the Charge City and suburbs in Colorado. And so Vikings New Age, what's good with you? What's good with you? I thought you were over there personally rehabbing Justin Jefferson or something like that for your Vikings. What's good with you? How you been? And so Kenneth says, are you doing NFL games on Thanksgiving? And so I will be doing an NFL game on Thanksgiving. And so I got to determine which one it's going to be, but I will certainly put it up once I make that decision. Just got to see, the family schedule for what's going to take place that day. But I will be streaming on Thanksgiving. Absolutely. I'm going to try to see if I can get in a couple extra streams as well this week because I will be making a trip to the Philippines December 1st. And so during that period, I won't be able to stream during that period, but I'll do my best to continue to get some streams up there for sure moving forward. So looking forward to that. And let's see. Reggie says, yes, favorite Noah Font, George Kittle. And let's see, Viking New Age says he's been great. Okay, meanwhile, kickoff here, no return. So we'll get to see more of Joshua Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings offense And again, this Vikings team, they've been very resilient. Both teams have shown that they have a lot of fight left in them. You look at their record right now, especially the Broncos, you look at 4-5, and you're like, oh, this is just, another team. But no, the Broncos have been playing way better football as of late, getting better. They're finding ways to win. Both of these teams are finding ways to win. So I already knew that this game right here was going to be a hard-fought game. All right, so from their own 25-yard line, they feed it to Alexander Madison, and Madison, he picks up the first down about 15 yards on the run. And I can never figure out Madison, guys. I try to determine when is a good time to actually, start him or do a good player prop for him. And so I can never figure out how the Vikings are going to use Madison and how he's going to run. But that right there was a tremendous run. Bounced it to the outside, used his speed there. And so excellent job there. Excellent job. You can see the block there by Oliver to get that all started. All right, so from their own 40-yard line, Dobbs up under center here. Addison goes in motion. Feeds it again to Madison, who spins out of one tackle, picks up a yard before he is stopped. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's see. Mike says, poll question, please. Are the Bills mid? Mike, remind me a little bit closer there to halftime here, and we may be able to put that one up. Let's see. JJ says, JB, did you see the ankle breaker White did? And so I actually missed that part. I did miss that part. I was alternating a couple games there, but I did miss that part. All right, 2nd and 9. Throws it over the middle. It's caught again by Oliver, and he's going to take it past midfield for the Minnesota Vikings and a first down. So already Josh Oliver, he's got 2 catches in this one for 15 yards. He picked up 10 yards on that last reception. And Joshua Dobbs, what a great story he has been. I mean, I've been rooting for the kid ever since he came into the league. Even before then, dating back to his University of Tennessee days, been rooting for the kid. So I'm really happy to see the development that I've seen from him in the last year and a half has been just tremendous. Tremendous. But again, first quarter, 8 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Broncos leading this one 3-0. Vikings with the football. Dobbs up under center. Play fake. He's looking. Throws it. Gets the completion here. And that's going to be KJ Osborne with his first catch of the game. He picks up 7 yards. Now we're looking at 2nd and 3 for the Broncos. 42-yard line. Braden says the Bills are mid. Look at that. Braden Packers get a W. He's out here calling out other teams. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so 2nd and short coming up. You said the offense looked better with Dorsey fired. Let's see. JJ says CJ Stroud, Rookie of the Year. And so, yes, I know today he threw I think 3 interceptions, but hey, he's been superb. Everybody's going to have a down game, but when you can still find a way to get a W while having a down game, that is big. All right, so they feed it again to Madison, and Madison works his way up the middle here, picks up a first down, but wait a minute, we've got a penalty right now. So we'll see what the call is, but it looks like this might be coming back on the offense, maybe a holding call, but let's see what the officials say. All right, so they call a holding there on the offense, so that's going to back them up there. They call it on Josh Oliver, and so that'll send them to the sideline for a bit. And again, Vikings right now on this drive, they got some good momentum on them. They've got some good momentum so far on this drive. Braden says, JB, we aren't good either. Oh, man, but I was surprised that you guys won that game. I thought the Chargers were going to win that game, to be honest. 2nd and 13. Dobbs moving around, still on the move. Will he take off and run? Yes, he will, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the quarterback scramble. Now we've got 3rd and 8 right now for the Broncos' 47-yard line. So in these 3rd and medium situations here, got to be able to continue to move the chains. This is where I'd be looking for a guy like Hawkinson. I'd be looking for a guy like Addison in these type of situations here on 3rd and 8. See if I can connect with one of them for the first down. Braden says next 2 games are going to be tough. You guys play the Lions and the Chiefs. The Lions gave me quite the fright there. I thought David Montgomery was going to have a big revenge game against the Bears and stuff like that. So I started him in fantasy just for me to be extremely nervous until he scored that last touchdown at the very end. Meanwhile, 3rd and 8. Dobbs steps up in the pocket, throws it while getting hit, incomplete, and real lucky that was not picked off there. It could have very well been picked off, but it's going to bring up 4th down here, 4th and 8 from the Broncos' 47-yard line. So that should bring out the punt unit. Again, here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the first. JJ says the Vikings will either win in a blowout or win by 2 points. Matt says, JB, do you like, you said pass it? All right, let's see. All right, so this will bring out the punt unit there. They may end up taking a penalty, though, just to back up and give the punter some more room. Wouldn't be surprised if they take that route. But yeah, this is honestly my favorite time of the year just because we've got so many sports going on that JB loves. We're talking everything from NFL, college, college hoops now started, NBA. Meanwhile, that punt goes into the end zone, so Broncos will take over from their own 20-yard line. I do have the kicker for the Minnesota Vikings here on my fantasy team. I picked him up and started him this game, hoping that wasn't a mistake. Let's see. Kenneth says Joe Flacco is on the Browns practice squad, and so Joe Flacco finds his way around. He finds his way around. That's one guy that knows how to collect a check. I will say that. He finds his way around. And so let's see. All right, so Mike says check it out and get some. And so bet. You know what? JB will check it out. JB will. And so Carmichael. I was afraid that you may not show up today, but I know you took that loss hard today. I won't go into too much details for you. I'll spare you that. But I know that your frustration levels right now with your Pittsburgh Steelers extremely high. Extremely high. I understand that. Absolutely. Let's see. Mike says NBA tournament on court stinks. And so, ooh. Yeah, how do you guys feel about the whole NBA tournament course? This has been a topic of conversation that we've had a couple times on the stream here. But how do you guys feel about it? Let me know here in the chat. Let's see. Mike says, I'm 76ers fan. And so you're joining 80s with the 76ers, huh? JJ says, dang, I'm a Warriors fan. And so, well, JB's a Laker fan. Everybody knows that. RC Onasa says, JB, I've been too sick, man. You said really sick, but I'm slowly, gradually trying to come back. How you been doing this? So, oh, man, I hate to hear the fact that you've been sick. You know, like I myself have not been feeling too great last couple days, especially like last week. I really was not feeling all that great. But I just, kept trying to push through it and stuff like that. So certainly understand that. But I do hope that you get back to being 100%, man, because all the stuff that you're doing out there, providing all kinds of content, whether we're talking, college hoops, women's college hoops, all that stuff, Iowa. So definitely hope that you'll be feeling great soon. Let's see. Mike says you get in the Philippines, and so I will be making that trip on December 1st. So basically, I'll be making that flight December 1st. Probably get there December 2nd ish around that time, and so yeah, it'll be a nice long flight for JB. So, but I'll be there until around. I'll probably be back in the U.S. I'm guessing sometime around January 21st or 22nd. So it'll be a little bit of a different setup for JB. But it'll be nice. It'll be nice. I'll still be working everything remotely from there, so it'll be nice. Kenneth says, "What's your favorite Thanksgiving side?" It's oh man, Kenneth. When JV think of Thanksgiving, I mean, if we're talking stuffing is up there. JB loves stuffing, absolutely. Some good, sweet potato pie as desserts. Some of JB's favorites. I love mac and cheese. Also, when it's baked correctly. If it's approved by your doctor, it's probably not done right. Meanwhile, Williams on the carry, give that offensive line credit here, pushing him forward, and he's able to pick up 5 yards on the carry. This offense is at their best when they find a way to get Javonte Williams rolling. Like early in the season, obviously he had to come back from his injury. There was, that. And once he was back, it was the whole getting back into the flow of things. But you can clearly see the difference of this offense when Javonte Williams is heavily featured in this offense. 2nd and 5, shotgun formation. Back goes in motion. Wilson making adjustments. 5 seconds on the play clock. Again, first quarter here. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Broncos up 3-0. Wilson gets the snap, throws it, gets the completion to Williams. Williams tackled by 2 defenders here. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of that first down marker. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Broncos from their own 28-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, how long a tournament? You say how all these stars on the Clippers, but they stink. It's just something about the Clippers. It's really just literally something about the Clippers. I don't even know how to describe it to you, Mike. It's just something about them, but JB loves it. JB loves it. JB, I guess my most hated NBA team is the Clippers. Right now, it is the Clippers. As a Laker fan, it is definitely the Clippers. All right, 3rd and 2. Wilson. Pump fakes. Still moving around. Throws it. Oh, incomplete. Incomplete. He had Cortland Sutton right there. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Unable to convert. That's a pass. That's a pass you got to make right there. That is a pass you got to make. He threw it up there too high. Incomplete. That's going to bring up the punt unit. Let's see. RCO Nation says JB, my Timberwolves is 9-3, tied for the first out in the West with Denver. Can you believe it, man? And so, hey, there's always that team that just gets off to a really great start. But hey, keep it going. Keep it going. I like good stories. I do like good stories there. Punt's on the way. All right, so we're going to have a return here. It's at the 30, brought down at the 35-yard line. That was Powell on the return for the Minnesota Vikings. So now we get to see Joshua Dobbs and company come out here again here in the first quarter. 5 minutes to go in the first. Carmichael says that he did win his fantasy football, though, so at least that's good. And so I have been noticing that. That was big because you're going against the guy that's in my division. And so that's big. I mean, I've got my hands full today in my fantasy matchup. Extremely tight. We won't know until the conclusion of tomorrow's game. But I'm happy to see that you're knocking out the other guy in my league there because I needed some space in that division. So I appreciate that, Carmichael. That was a solid right there. Let's see. JJ says my power rankings in the NFL are number 1, he's got the Ravens. Number 2, he's got the Chiefs. Number 3, the Eagles. 4, he's got the Lions. And 5, he's got the Jaguars there at number 5. And so, okay. Let's see, with that list right there, I would have to really think about that because a lot of teams have been losing as of late. The JB has had pretty high up there. But I probably would swap the Jaguars and the 49ers at the very least, even though I know the 49ers had a nasty little slide, but still, I like them. I also like the Browns a little bit better than I like the Jaguars as well. For me, the Jaguars, I don't see it. I don't see it. But I like the list. Let's see. Carmichael says that Kenny Pickett threw that. It would have been about 1,000 feet behind the receiver. He said the Browns are lucky we had a practice squad safety starting. And so, oh, man, that was tough. I thought the moment that I saw the Browns win, I was like, Carmichael is going to lose it today. Let's see. RCO Nation says, as for the Vikings, you said you wouldn't trust the Vikings with a blockbuster video card. And so, oh, man. RCO and Aces, he is not biting his tongue today. No. Mike says, have the Clippers ever been good? And so, well, define good. Define good. If we mean like go out there and look pretty good in the regular season, you ask Skip Bayless, he'll tell you, yeah, there's been a couple years that they look good. If you ask Skip Bayless and stuff like that. But in terms of like meaningful, like actually finished with anything, that's an entirely different conversation right there. Like no meaningful like championships or anything like that. But they've had a couple, seasons, I'm just glad they never turned in a championship team, especially when Kawhi first got there. He said Gabe Davis is so done. And so tell that to Braden. Let's see. JJ says Brown's got a good defense. And so, yes, they've got a very good defense there. I like the way that Jerome Ford, just fits into that offense there. And then when Cooper decides to have a good game, they got some pieces there, but they're going to need more from their quarterback position moving forward if they're going to have a chance. All right, but here we go from the commercial. Already play fake. Who guy in his face, but gets the completion off. Excellent job there by Dobbs to get that pass off there. And that was Ty Chandler with the catch. He picked up 9 yards. So now we got 2nd and 1 coming up from the 44-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings. Again, here in the first quarter. 4 minutes and 48 seconds to go. That time they call play fake. Well, I'm looking at the right guard there. You got to stay in front of your guy. Yes, we got the completion there, but you got to stay in front of your guy. You can't let him get off you like that. All right, so we got 2nd and inches here. Dobbs up under center. Gets it. Hands it up the middle. Chandler fighting forward. Picks up 6 yards on the play off the left guard. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the first. Let's see. JJ says Diggs need a better team. And so Diggs is hurting my fantasy team. Like, y'all don't understand. I lost Nick Chubbs already. I lost Anthony Richardson here. I lost a lot of guys here in my fantasy team. And so luckily I stockpiled Kyler Murray for when he came back. But I need Diggs to be my star because he's the best player I got on my fantasy team remaining. And it just hasn't been the case. Meanwhile, Chandler picking up 7 yards on a carry there. That's his second carry of the game. He's got 2 carries for 13 yards. And so as long as he keeps running like that, I expect the offense to continue to feed him the rock. All right, let's see. JJ says so does Adam. And so, oh man, yeah, seeing, I feel like though, with Adams there, he kind of got what he wanted. He had a good situation down there in Green Bay. He wanted that money. He wanted that money, which I can't blame him. I can't blame him, but this is what he asked for. Meanwhile, Chandler runs that one off the right tackle there and picks up 7 yards on the play. So Chandler running hard. He's already got 20 yards off of 3 carries. He's going to head to the sideline and get a breather here. And so, yeah, that time there, just an excellent job keeping his balance as well to get those extra yards. Love the way that the Vikings offensive line is run blocking here. But now Madison's back in. They've got Ham in there at fullback as well. The way they've been running the ball, I say keep doing it. Dives up on the center, feeds it to him, up the middle, falls forward for 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. All right, let's see. JJ says, I'm hearing from people that it's going to be the Ravens versus the 49ers. And so are they saying history is going to repeat itself here? If that's the case, I hope that we have a good electrician out there at the Super Bowl this time. Let's see. RCO Nation says, I ain't watched the game since Kirk Cousins went down forever. And so, oh, man. All right, so 2nd and 8. Dobbs throws it, gets the completion, shakes off a guy. That was Powell with the catch. Picked up 6 yards and a first down. Brandon Powell there with his first reception of the game. So now we've got 1st and 10 for the Broncos, 27-yard line. This drive, 6 plays, 38 yards, and about 3 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. Here in the first quarter with the Broncos hosting a 3-0 lead. And so we'll see with 1:50 left to go how the rest of this first quarter plays out. Carmichael says he thinks the Steelers should draft a quarterback in the 1st round this year. And so, ouch, ready to punt on Kenny Pickett. You told me Kenny Pickett was going to be an MVP this season, prior to the season, though. All right, 3rd and inches. Feeds it to Madison. Madison has the first down, still on his feet, still running, fighting forward, still pushing forward all the way to the 11-yard line. These running backs from Minnesota, I don't know what you put in their drinks today, but whatever it is, I hope it's contagious because they are just running hard out there. All right, Mike says, my cousin doing a bow box for Thanksgiving. Hey, that's what's up. Carmichael says, if we don't beat Jake Browning next week against the Bengals, you're going to be so mad. And he said, you're a Kenny Pickett hater for right now. He said, at least I have to go to school. You ain't got to go to school this week. And so, oh, man, that must be nice to have a whole week off. JB has Thanksgiving off, but that's about it. JB's going to be working every other day. Direct snap to Madison. Madison up the middle. Madison has a hole, and he's going to pick up 8 yards on the play. 2nd and 2 coming up from the Denver 4-yard line. 42 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Vikings, they have touchdown on their mind right now. Carmichael says, JB, I was joking. Kenny's the worst Steelers quarterback ever. Oh, man. He needs to give you guys more, like a lot more at the position. All right, so now we've got Dobbs up under center here. This is 2 yards they need. Oliver goes in motion. Feeds it to Madison off the left guard. Ooh, excellent job there by 47. Grabbing him from behind and preventing the first down there. So therefore, he picked up a yard on the play, but that's it. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 1, but that's going to conclude the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it is Broncos 3, Vikings 0. 1 quarter in the books. Carmichael says, no, I've got Monday and Tuesday, but since I'm going to the Chiefs game, I get those days off. And so, hey, that's what's up. Remember, there's no need to taunt the entire Chiefs team at all. Carmichael says he needs to throw the ball to the receivers, not the turf. Meanwhile, let's see how many votes we got in so far. So far we've got 8 votes in so far here, and so the Minnesota Vikings are leading the poll here at 75%. Let's see if the votes keep coming in. But yes, absolutely agree with you there, Carmichael. Absolutely. And again, we are here at the commercial. And so far in this one, Russell Wilson, he's been 4 or 5 for 25 yards passing. Javonte Williams, 2 carries, 7 yards. Jaleel, he's got 1 catch for 9 yards, leading the Broncos in receiving yards so far. As for the Minnesota Vikings, Joshua Dobbs, 5 of 6 for 37 yards passing. Alexander Mattison, 7 carries, 47 yards. Josh Oliver, 2 receptions for 15 yards. Let's see, Carmichael says, I truly think Matt Canada should be investigated for betting on games. You think so? And so, oh man, there should be some investigations going on. I will say that. But yeah, you guys losing 10-3, I know that was heartbreaking. But again, we are currently right now at the commercial here. Let's see, Kenneth says, I hope they keep all players from getting hurt so bad. And so, hey, that would be nice if we can find a way to prevent players from getting hurt so bad. That would be tremendous. Carmichael says, but Matt Canada forever, ban him forever. Ah, man. So it's like that, in spite of the record, just ban him forever. And so, Tim, what's good with you? And Tim said, gotta cheer on my Vols for life. Josh Dobbs, go Vikings. And so, man, I love me some Joshua Dobbs. I do love me some Joshua Dobbs here. Extremely intelligent guy. And honestly, what can I say? I mean, the improvements that I've seen from him, I mean, it's just been tremendous. One of the best stories that I have seen over the last couple of years in terms of just a guy getting an opportunity last year with the Tennessee Titans and doing a pretty good job. I mean, it was a pretty good job. At first, I was a little surprised when they went away from Malik Willis so fast last year, but then Joshua Dobbs showed why, and just wow. Speaking of Dobbs, play fake, 3rd and 1, he's bootlegging and shakes off one guy, throws it in there for a touchdown to Josh Oliver. Oh my goodness, this is the Josh Oliver show today. I've said his name way more times than I anticipated saying in this one. So the Minnesota Vikings, they get a touchdown. That was 10 plays, 65 yards, over 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock, and they cap it off in the end zone for a touchdown. But excellent job by Joshua Dobbs. You look there, shakes off the one guy, keeps his composure despite the fact that the guy's coming directly at him, beaming at him, and protects the ball, doesn't get a knee down, and throws it for a touchdown. So many elements to that play and a touchdown. Carmichael says Steelers had 3 safeties injured and 2 starting linebackers. JJ says my fantasy team is doing good, #1 in the league. And so JJ, I wish my teams had Jared type of luck. I mean, right now I am #1 in my own league right now, but I'm in a dogfight. But in the other league, yeah, I'm like middle of the road there on the bottom end of that middle of the road. So I need to win this week somehow, some way. And Stephon Diggs did not do me any favors today. Let's see, Carmichael says, kick Matt Canada and Kenny Pickett. You say sign Joshua Dobbs. But tremendous on that drive, 6 of 7 for 40 yards and a touchdown. So that's how you start off the second quarter there with a touchdown. Carmichael says you beat K-Money 126-88, and you still have DeAndre Swift tomorrow. Is his team completely done? No other guys left? I know he had Christian McCaffrey on his team, but I forget who else he has on his team. But that was great. That was great. So much appreciated. Let's see. JJ says 7-1. Okay. Let's see. Mike says in your face, JB on Diggs. I'm starting to think it's intentional because last year I had Gabe Davis, Mike, and then he went cold on me when it was time for playoffs. Cost me severely last year, and so now Diggs is trying to do the same thing to me. I might have to avoid Buffalo players altogether because they're out to get me. Carmichael says 9-1 in your other league. And you say, yeah, he's done. And so bet. Definitely going to be asking him about that. For me, I need A.J. Brown to come out and just have a tremendous game. Go ahead and close things for me. Meanwhile, Wilson throws it, gets the completion at a Courtland Sutton, picks up about 4 yards in the play. Now my opponent does have Courtland Sutton, but I also have Courtland Sutton in the other league that I'm in. So unlike every player that I had in my other league, he has it in this league. So it's very frustrating. Let's see, JJ says you're just waiting for JJ to come back, and so should be next week. Carmichael says Tank Dell got you 41 points. I'm still crying, Carmichael. I literally drafted this guy in the draft at my final pick in the draft. And then I let him go because I needed the roster space. And then he went booming. I did not think that he was going to be out here Metro booming like this pretty much the entire season. Like, I really did not expect him to have this kind of an impact. So shame on me. Shame on me. I dropped 2 players that ended up being superstars for my team. JJ says you've got A.J. Brown as well. Kenneth says Watson is out for good all the rest of the NFL season. And so, yes. So now they turn to the rookie that they've got in there at quarterback. And I'm rooting for the kid. I did like the kid in college at UCLA, so I'm rooting for him to have some success. Mike says A.J. Brown is a beast. Is the best. And so, oh, yeah, absolutely. 3rd and 3. Wilson in the pocket. Now he's moving. Guy chasing him. Brought him down by his feet there. He did throw the ball there. Either way, it's going to be 4th down coming up. I believe they call that an incomplete. So 4th down coming up. Broncos will have to punt. Carmichael says, JB, thanks for letting me get Tank. And so, oh, man, literally, don't mention it, Carmichael. Don't mention it. He is getting far more than what Nico Collins is getting me. So that's tough. Don't let him get a do-over. Punts on the way. From the 25. Powell brings it to the 29-yard line. All right, so we'll get to see more of Joshua Dobbs here in the Minnesota Vikings, who've been doing a tremendous job running the ball. JJ says Tyreek is good, too good. And so, oh, yeah, Tyreek way too good. I wish I had the chance to get my hands on him. Way too good. Let's see, Carmichael says Calvin Ridley also got you 31 points. Did he now? I did not pay too much attention to how the Jaguars were scoring. I know that they were scoring. I just didn't pay attention to how they were scoring, but tremendous. I was really mad at Tennessee though because my opponent had the Jaguars defense, and I was like, bruh, Tennessee, you got to do something. Thankfully, in the 4th quarter, they decided to actually come out and do something, but that was tough. All right, so we've got 12 votes in, and right now the Minnesota Vikings here leading the poll at 83%. Okay. Again, we are at the commercial here. 2nd quarter, 13 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Minnesota Vikings here, they have the lead 7-3, and they have the football from their own 29-yard line. Kenneth says, what college game are you doing this weekend? Because it's rivalry week, and so the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Michigan Wolverines, that will be the college game that I am going to be streaming there. No need for JB to make it complicated. That will be the game that JB will be streaming. So, yes, Michigan, Ohio State. My Buckeyes, I've had to wait far too long for us to get a W. We're going to be going down to the big house here, so we're going to come prepared. We got to mentally be tough. Any mistakes, cannot have them. And if we do make a mistake, we got to be mentally stronger than the mistake. It's going to be a war, but we're coming ready. We are coming ready. Any news on Florida State's quarterback? I believe he had got injured in the last game. So, any news as to how severe that is? Does anybody know? All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the Minnesota Vikings here from the 31-yard line of of their own 29-yard line, and they feed it to the back, and he's going to pick up a yard and a carry. Ty Chandler, he's got 4 carries for 21 yards so far today. Let's see. JJ says UGA versus Michigan. And so I feel like that matchup heavily favors UGA in that matchup there. If you're going to match up well with UGA, I feel like the Buckeyes just match up better against UGA than Michigan would, in my opinion. Maybe I'm biased. Meanwhile, Dobbs throws it. Powell, nice catch. Look at that speed. He accelerates all the way to the Broncos' 47-yard line. That's a pick of 23 yards on that reception. And so Joshua Dobbs, I mean, he's looking like he's been running this offense his entire career. How smooth he's looking right there. An excellent job there by Chandler, picking up the defender, giving Dobbs that extra time to be able to make that pass. 12 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Again, Vikings up 7-3. Takes the snap, feeds it to Chandler, and he's going to pick up, let's see, about a good 6 yards on the play. Going to make it 2nd and 4 coming up. And so JJ says they showed JJ. Yes, they did. JB's got to give me some shades like that. All right, 2nd and 4, shotgun formation. Hands it to Chandler again, but this time the defense gets him after he picks up 2 yards on the carry. So 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2 from the Denver 39-yard line. So right now, Minnesota, they are marching this football here. How great can Joshua Dobbs be in this offense? He's like the X factor, pretty much. All right, 3rd and 2, 5 seconds on the play clock. Snaps it, looking, throws it. Oh my goodness, all by himself, and a big tackle right there, but brought him down at the 10-yard line here. So 1st down, Minnesota once again here in the second quarter with 10 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Wow. So you look at that, and yeah, the DB slipped on Hawkinson. Excellent job there by Dobbs to be alert, because as soon as that happened, Dobbs made that pass, despite the fact that he threw that one off the wrong foot there, just threw it up there and was able to get it to him. He's out here balling, as they say. Play fake, throws it to the back. Chandler tripped up at about the 3-yard line, so 3 yards away from the end zone. 2nd and 3 coming up. Kenneth says JT is doing good from hospital, and it's in God's hand. And so that's good that he's doing good. Okay. Appreciate that update. Yep, appreciate the update. All right, 16 votes in here, so we're starting to get some votes to come in. 2nd and goal for the Minnesota Vikings. Broncos sending pressure. They get in the backfield. Madison looking for a hole. It's none there. Brought him down for a loss on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal. So the 3rd and goal coming up. What will the Minnesota Vikings draw up here? 7 plays, 66 yards on this drive, and 4 minutes and 20 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock here. But can they cap it off in the end zone? And Braden, who sees into the future, he tells us there's going to be a sack. And there is a sack. Two guys get to him here, and so he's going to get brought down at the 19-yard line, and that's going to bring up fourth down, and that will bring out the field goal unit for the Minnesota Vikings. To the Broncos defense, they decided to clamp down. They said, we may bend, but we won't break. And it was Cooper. Cooper getting after him. Cooper and Allen on the split sacks there. All right, this will be a 34-yard field goal attempt here for the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph, the kicker. Hold is good. Kick is up right down the middle. Tack on 3 more points here for the Minnesota Vikings. They now lead 10-3. All right, let's see. Aiden says Washington held on and beat OSU. So, yes, that final score was like 22-20, wasn't it? And so that's a big road win right there for Washington. And so I personally feel like Washington is a college football playoff team, in my humble opinion. But we'll see how everything looks in terms of the eyes of the committee after this week. We will find out where everybody ranks. And so, yes, Braden does see into the future. All right, well, we're currently here at the commercial. So Minnesota, excellent job on that drive there. I mean, aside from obviously not coming over the touchdown, everything else was pretty good there. They lead this one 10-3. Braden says their defense looked better last night too. And so, yep. And that's what's important. Is that defense comes along with that as well. That's big. But I'm excited for this upcoming weekend. I mean, rivalry week, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Braden, who are you hoping that your Hawkeyes end up playing in the Big Ten Conference Championship game? Who do you rather see? And again, we are currently at commercial here. Thanks to the field goal that the Minnesota Vikings tacked on. And when we come back, it'll be kickoff, and we'll see where the Broncos will be starting off from. Is anybody here in the chat responsible for cooking the anything for Thanksgiving here? If so, let me know if you're going to be responsible for cooking anything for Thanksgiving. JB's very curious as to if anybody has a special dish they provide for Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, Braden says Ohio State just because of you. And so, well, I appreciate it. It's just because of me and not because you think that we're going to be an easier match than Michigan. But yeah, I would like that matchup. I would like that matchup, though. Of course, I'd like that matchup. All right, kickoff, no return. So the Broncos take over from their own 25-yard line, trailing 10-3 here. And so offensively, got to get something going here. When you've got Javonte Williams with just 9 yards, and we're already in the second quarter, about 8 minutes away from halftime here, got to get him more involved here. So let's see if that's what's going to be the order of business here for the Denver Broncos, or if they're going to come out and try to let Russ cook. Braden says nope. All right, so they do have Williams in the backfield. Wilson's up under center. I'm sorry, he's not up under center here. He's from in front of the back here. Throws it. Gets the completion here to Jerry Jeudy. Okay, as long as it's not Courtland Sutton, I'm good. So Jerry Jeudy heavily involved early in this one. He's got 2 catches, 25 yards here. Yeah, JB's trying to figure out a way to just win his fantasy league. But, hey, the worst Courtland Sutton does today, that will help me at least in this one. It might hurt me in the other league, though. I'm not going to lie. It might hurt me in my other league. All right, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, feeds it to the back. Picks up 3 yards on the carry. Javonte Williams, he's got 4 carries for 12 yards. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter of this one. And right now the Broncos find themselves down by 7 points. All right, 2nd and 7. Five seconds on the play clock, gets the snap. Wilson throws one up there and deep, and so he got the completion there to Cortland Sutton. The moment I mentioned that, the moment he goes after him, let's see. Braden says Jordan Love played his best game today. Really, what was his stats looking like? Let's see to make sure he did indeed make this catch. Yeah, he made the catch. Let's see. JJ says Vikings. Which Thanksgiving matchup are you guys most looking forward to this upcoming Thanksgiving? All right, 1st and 10. Russell up under center. Feeds it to the back and picks up 4 yards on the play. Javonte Williams, he's got 5 carries for 16 yards. Yeah, both of my opponents have Javonte Williams, I believe. Ooh, yeah, I need Williams to definitely not have a big game here. Definitely don't have a big game. All right, 2nd and 6. Wilson throws it to Jaleel. Got to make some guys miss. Nope, loses 2 yards on the play. So 3rd down coming up. Again, second quarter, 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Vikings up 10-3. All right, Braden says 2 touchdowns and 322 yards. Man, and to think I picked up the Chargers defense, hoping that he would just have a regular game because I needed a defense. Let's see. Braden says Packers versus the Lions. Okay, bet. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun. Russ in the pocket, throws it, gives it to Jerry Jeudy, and Judy's going to be about 2 yards shy of that 1st down marker. That will bring up 4th down. Will Sean Payton roll the dice? All right, looks like the field goal unit will be out here. Should be an easy one, 30 yards out. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So tack on 3 more points here for the Denver Broncos. Our score right now, Minnesota 10, Broncos 6. And when we come back, we'll see where the Vikings will start off again with the ball with about 4 minutes and 8 seconds to work with before halftime. All right, so we are here at the commercial here with 18 votes here so far. Let's see, before we get to halftime here, let's see if we can reach 25 before we get to halftime in terms of how many votes we can get in the poll question here before we get to halftime. But yeah, so right now, both of my fantasy matches are in some serious competition right now for both of them. On one hand, got to make sure Cortland Sutton does not do too much damage to me. Got to make sure of that. And I also need some more points from Greg Joseph. So maybe if he can get like 3 more points here before halftime, that can really help JB out. And let's see. In the other league, though, all my players have already played. It's a difference of about 5 or 6 points. So I need to make sure that Javonte Williams does not score a touchdown today. I cannot let that happen. Got to stop that at all costs. Yep, at all costs. Cannot let that happen. Oh man, it's Stephon Diggs only getting me 5.70 points and Marquise Brown only getting me 3.20 points. Those two really, really hurt. Yep. And then it's just going to come down to hopefully tomorrow. It'll just be a matter of AJ Brown getting more receiving yards and touchdowns than Devontae Smith. All right, let's see. JJ says Bucks versus Colts. And so, okay, bet. 49ers and the Seahawks. All right, kickoff on the way, and let's see if Minnesota will return this. All right, no chance for the return there. So they'll take over from their own 25-yard line with a 10-6 lead over the Denver Broncos, looking to try to add some more points here before the half. Kenneth says the Ravens versus Chargers Sunday night, and the Chargers absolutely must win that game just to keep any types of hopes alive. Their back is against the wall. But yeah, Washington and Dallas, oh man. Every time I look at Dallas, Braden, I think about how your fantasy team is continuously getting so many points because of CD Lamb, just continuously giving you so many fantasy points. Meanwhile, Alexander Madison on the carry up the middle, picks up 2 yards now, 2nd and 8 coming up for the Minnesota 27-yard line. He's got 9 carries for 47 yards so far today. Vikings have done a tremendous job, just whether it's mixing it up. The only thing the Vikings did that I did not like was when they turned the ball over on that first drive by putting Hawkinson from the center, then pitching it to Joshua Dobbs. That was just doing too much right there. It was doing too much when you didn't have to do it. But other than that, everything else pretty good. And so, as he kind of says, can we say a prayer for our Carter family? And so, oh yes, absolutely, yes, definitely prayers there for Carter's family for sure, for sure, for sure, absolutely. And meanwhile, Joshua Dobbs actually fumbled another snap. That's now two problems that we've had between the quarterback and center for the exchange for the Minnesota Vikings in this game. So this may be something to continue to monitor the rest of the way. All right, 5 seconds here. Still got to make adjustments here. We got to snap the ball. 3rd and 9. Gets the snap. Dobbs steps up, throws it, gets the completion there to Jordan Addison. My guy, Jordan Addison. But wait a minute. There is a penalty here. So let's see what the referees are about to call here. All right, penalty is declined. So this is on the defense. Illegal contact was the call there. So didn't matter. Addison went out there and got that first down. So that was 17 yards there on a completion for him. I do have him on my fantasy team as well, but I did not start him this week because, quite frankly, I had a lot of guys come back, so I had to choose to sit somebody out. So he was the odd man out. Meanwhile, Hawkinson with a completion, driving it forward. So here we go. Okay, so now we're moving it down there, but wait a minute. This one might be coming back here. Another penalty. This one might be coming back here. Looks like maybe an eligible player downfield. Yeah, an eligible player downfield. So negate that play, bring it back, and now we're looking at 1st and 15 for the Minnesota 38-yard line. And they called it on Evan Ingram. Actually, not Evan Ingram. Ingram. I seen the E in front, so I naturally said Evan Ingram. Ooh. Yeah, he went way past that line. And you didn't have to do it. You honestly didn't have to do that. All right, 1st and 15. Dobbs throws it over the middle. Oh, what a nice catch right there by Hawkinson. Excellent job bringing that one in. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning right there. But yeah, this is Hawkinson's time to shine here. He's got 2 catches for 39 yards so far in this one. Let's see, we've got 23 votes in. All right, keep the votes coming in. See how many we can reach here before halftime. But yeah, Minnesota moving the ball pretty good offensively. Last time out, it ended in a field goal. So they have 1 touchdown, 1 field goal. But second quarter, they've been putting in work. All 10 points came in the second quarter, and they're looking to see if they can add some more. With 2 minutes, you got all 3 timeouts, so you got plenty of time here. Let's see how the Vikings run this one the rest of the way. We come back again, 2nd and 5 from the Minnesota 48-yard line. I feel bad for Cooper Kupp getting injured earlier today. Let's see. JJ says, JB, are you going to be streaming tomorrow's game? And so I am going to be, I'm going to have to wait to see just pretty much how my work calendar works out, like pretty much tomorrow. So I would say if I can stream, I'll have it up probably before like 5 or 6 p.m. Central Time. I'll try to get it up earlier than that if I can. But I really won't know until tomorrow to be able to see if I'm going to have to do some late work project or something like that tomorrow for work. But I'm hoping to. I should be able to. But definitely checking notifications because I will try to get that up as soon as I know that I can do it tomorrow. I'm aiming to try to do it though. And so, oh man, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say, what's good, JB? How are you doing tonight? And so I am doing great. How about yourself? Tell me this, old man. I'm not sure if Streamlabs will let you actually drop a photo of Teddy in the chat. But if you don't mind sharing a photo with us, definitely do try to see if it'll let you drop a photo of Teddy. I don't know if it'll actually let you do it or not. But if not, then just let me know and that's cool. But absolutely, I mean, because I seen Teddy earlier today on Twitter and absolutely fantastic. Like Teddy looks so happy, very warm feeling indeed. All right, so here we go. Dobbs out of the shotgun. Feeds it to Madison, who picks up 3 yards there. So now we're going to be looking at 3rd and 1 with 1:50 left to go. Again, all 3 timeouts for Minnesota. All right, so in 3rd and 1, I say I personally would just quarterback sneak it or maybe just run it again. But let's see what they do. All right, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, shotgun formation. Dobbs in the pocket, throws it behind Madison. That's going to be incomplete, but that will not be counted as a backward pass, I don't believe. But 4th down coming up. All right, let's see if they go ahead and go for it. Me personally, I would still go for it. I would go for it here. It's 10-6 here. I just feel like the way that they've been able to run the ball, I would have gone for it, but it looks like they got the punt unit out here, so they want to punt the ball. Let's see. O says, yeah, I won't on here, but if you go to my Twitter, you can. I'm going to see, and you're going to be making it to pin to. I'm sorry, you're going to be pinning it on Twitter. Okay, bet. All right, so that punt goes into the end zone. So 1 minute and 11 seconds left to work with for the Denver Broncos. Dang, I could have really used 3 points here for the Minnesota Vikings here to help my fantasy team. Every point matters for JB's team. I need more points from Greg Joseph. Speaking of which, old man, how are you doing on fantasy so far this week? Every time I look, I felt like it was a close game, then it was leaning one way, leaning the other way. Do you think you're going to win this week? Ah, okay, I see, I see. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pin this tweet as soon as I get the chance. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Teddy, definitely go ahead, check him out on Old Man's Twitter, and so you'll be happy that you did. The newest member to the family there for Old Man Mob, so absolutely. And again, we are at the commercial here with a minute and 11 seconds left to go for the Denver Broncos offensively. I still feel like they should have ran the ball on 3rd and 1. You had all three timeouts. You just needed to get the first down. And so I would have probably ran that ball and just secured the first. And if you didn't get it on 3rd down, 4th down would have definitely done it as well. All right, so I went ahead and pinned that one as well. All right, let's see. O says you won this week and you're so happy, but you're worried about your money won. You say you're up 45, still got Addison this game, but he got Kelsey and Smith tomorrow, so you hope you win. Kelsey alone is enough to give fright right there. But as far as Devontae Smith, I'm going against him as well, and I feel like it's honestly going to come down to A.J. Brown versus Devontae Smith. Whoever gets more fantasy points, that's who's going to win that matchup between me and the other guy who's currently 1-2 in our league. So the top two guys in our league going at it, me and the other guy. Only one of us can win, and so a lot of pressure. All right, but here goes the Broncos from their own 20-yard line, shotgun formation. Wilson throws it, and it's completed. All right, picks up about 8 yards on the play. Hurrying up here. A minute left. They got all three timeouts to work with. All right, 2nd and 2. Gets a snap from his own 28-yard line. Throws it again over the middle, and caught his tight end right there to the 48-yard line. That's a pick of about 18 yards there. I don't see the clock moving, so yeah, timeout was called. I was about to say, we got to talk about that. So timeout was called. Let's see, Kenneth says, I wonder if 80s will join us tomorrow. And so he's like a special guest. You never know when he's going to show up, but when he does show up, it is definitely special. Let's see, Old says, JB, you already know Teddy's a Pat fan, and so next year he's going to be our lucky charm. And so did you name him Teddy because of Teddy Bruschi? I've been meaning to ask you that. Was it inspired by Teddy Bruschi at all? I know Teddy Bruschi was definitely one of our favorite Patriot players of all time. And so I was curious as to whether or not Teddy Bruschi was part of the inspiration for naming him Teddy. All right. So coming back from the timeout here with 47 seconds to work with and 2 timeouts. And so Russ has to move the offense here, try to get some points before the half. 4 seconds right now on the play clock. Gets the snap, throws it, and it's completed there. And the tight end picks up the first down, picks up about 14 yards in the play. All right, 35 seconds here. Still got 2 timeouts here. Let's see if they opt the clock in here. And with the time going off, it looks like that's exactly what they're going to be looking to do. 25 seconds. Snaps it, throws it, and it's completed to P. Ryan on the play. I almost forget that he is with the Broncos. Personally, if I was P. Ryan, I'd probably want to go back to Cincinnati now. All right, but that is they're gonna use another timeout here. Let's see. O says, let's see. You say nah, but it fits. And you say your nephew named him, and so your nephew's got very good taste. Then very good taste though, because if I was in charge of naming them, given my creative abilities, it probably would have been a name that everybody would have been like, "Why'd you name him that?" So, all right, one timeout remaining, 17 seconds to work with here for the Broncos. I'm wondering if I should have picked up the Broncos kicker instead. But yeah, that was a big win for your fantasy team, and I hope that you're able to win in your money league for sure. All right, 2nd and 5. Russell on the move. Russell throws it up there, throws it away. 3rd down coming up. So with 11 seconds, facing 3rd and 5, but you got one timeout here. Couple things to take into consideration: making sure that you're at least, in a better field goal position range here. So if you can pick up some yards and get closer, that's great. If you can get a 1st down really quickly on perhaps an out route or something like that to take off only maybe 4 seconds, 5 seconds, give yourself maybe one chance at a shot. Maybe that's what you do, but gotta be smart. Gotta be smart. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. All right, and a timeout call by the Minnesota Vikings. Their first timeout. Meanwhile, let's see how many votes we've got so far. So we got 25 votes in there. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, and yesterday was yesterday's stream was definitely a new record here on JB Nation, to where we had a total of 24,000, approximately 24,000 views came through yesterday. So that was definitely that shattered what the previous record was. Shattered it. That's like at least 5 times the previous record, I believe, maybe even a little bit more than that. So that was great. That was great. All right, so we got 3rd and 5 coming up for the Denver Broncos. Wilson gets the snap. Wilson taking a deep shot to Jerry Jeudy, almost to an interception there, but it's incomplete. You let points go right through your fingers there. 4th down coming up. All right, so this will be a 52-yard field goal attempt for the Denver Broncos. And Minnesota's going to call a timeout here. Let the kicker think about it for a minute. But yeah, definitely 2024. There's going to be a couple of changes that JB will be making to the streams, but it'll be some good changes, some really good changes, I feel like. Meanwhile, the kick is up and the kick is good. Yeah, JB definitely chose the wrong kicker. I needed the kicker for the Broncos tonight. He's getting all of the points. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I almost forgot that the day after Thanksgiving this year we do have an NFL game on that Friday. The Dolphins versus the Jets will be November 24th. Oh man, but they got that game earlier in the day. I was assuming that that game was going to be later in the day, but if it's earlier in the day, I definitely can't do it because I'll still be working. Unfortunately, I don't have Friday off, so I'll still be working. So that is cruel. How cruel of the NFL to do that to me. Yes, it kind of says 3 p.m. Eastern time Friday. And so, yeah, I'm on Central time, so that means it'll be 2 o'clock for me. So I'll still be out there working. So no way I'll be able to do that on Friday. But I totally forgot that they did include a Friday game. So wow. All right. Meanwhile, we're here at halftime. Vikings lead this one 10-9, but hey, Broncos consistently getting some points, field goal here, field goal there, separated by 1 point here, and we'll see how things go in the second half. Hopefully, Greg Joseph get a couple more opportunities in the second half to help JB's fantasy team out a lot. I can use 3 field goals in the second half. That would be tremendous. But yeah, that will be an interesting matchup there because the Jets right now, if they plan on having Aaron Rodgers come back, you got to win this game. You just lost to the Bills. Got to win this game if you are talking about Aaron Rodgers potentially coming back and stuff like that. If you lose this matchup here, ain't no point in bringing him back this year. I mean, what are we playing for? What are we playing for? Let's see. Kenneth says Oregon versus Oregon State Friday night, 8:30 game. And so good old Oregon and Oregon State. I'm going to be rooting for Oregon in that one. I like Oregon's team a lot. I like Oregon and I like Washington. I like both of those two teams, particularly this season. Let's see. But yeah, and pretty soon we'll reach the point where obviously conference championship games will be coming up soon. So this is a great time. But rivalry week this weekend, a lot of things to look forward to. All right, still here at halftime. Are you guys looking forward to taking advantage of Black Friday? Cannot forget about Black Friday as well. It's like you would think that I would put aside so much money for Black Friday, and then when Black Friday comes, just be able to just splurge and get everything I ever wanted. You would think that would be the case. But yeah, Black Friday coming up. And then Cyber Monday as well. So it's a great weekend. You get food, Black Friday, you get Cyber Monday. So it's gonna be a super great time. Super great time. All right, Kenneth says, what changes is coming to your channel next year? Give us a sneak peek. And so, yeah, absolutely, Kenneth. And so basically, I am going to be spending more time going through sports odds, like looking at different sport books. I'll be doing live streams where we can look at whether it's NBA games, NFL games, college football, college hoops for those who like to, whether it's you just want to know who to start in your fantasy lineup and stuff like that. What's the data, recommending, and basically the odds behind all of it, and just going through that. And I will be showcasing on my end. I've got a certain tool that I use, And so I'll be introducing that tool. So that'll be something that I will add to the channel as well. So that way, sports betting is something that's certainly continuing to grow. So I'll be adding that later in the year. And when I say later, it'll be whenever we get our hands on that new college football game. That'll probably be when we get JB to fully invest also in some more gaming content as well. But definitely the sports betting is going to be a big one that I'm going to be adding as well, especially heavily when I return back to the US. I feel like that's going to be something that's going to be just about almost on the same level as my live streams that I currently do in terms of the time that I invest in it. So that is certainly one. That is certainly one. Now I have some others that are potentially maybe in play, but that one right there is for sure happening next year. I would start sooner, but with me going to the Philippines, don't want to commit too much time when I'm supposed to be, vacation and stuff. So I figure it's better to start it probably when I come back. Absolutely. All right, well, we got 26 votes in, 77% for the Vikings to win this one. Generally, our poll does a great job when it comes to picking who's going to win and stuff like that. Even though I keep the poll up probably a little bit too long these days, but I enjoy seeing just how many people come through and vote. But yeah, I feel like that'll be really good right there. A lot more content there. All right, and again, of course, tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Eagles and the Chiefs, the rematch of the Super Bowl. That will be an interesting one. But yeah, the amount of injuries that we have seen this season, though, that has just been way too many injuries, like far too many injuries this season. How do you guys feel about Najee Harris' comments about the Pittsburgh Steelers' struggles on offense? Basically, Najee Harris says he's tired of it. He is tired of it. Some would argue that he's a reason that the offense struggles. I feel like with Jalen Warren in there, they look really good with him in the backfield. So, how do you guys feel about that? What is the problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Is it the offensive coordinator? Is it Kenny Pickett? Is it Najee Harris? What is the problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers offense? A lot of teams experiencing frustrations this time of the year. I can believe that. I wonder with Jordan Travis injury, how much will the committee actually weigh that into consideration come Tuesday when they do the rankings. Because I remember last year when Tennessee lost Hendon Hooker and how they just, despite the fact that they beat Bama, they were still below Bama because of the fact that they had lost their quarterback. So the committee was like, they're just not the same team without him. All right, again, we are still at halftime here. Let's see. That's right. Geno Smith did get injured in that game. I didn't see the injury when it happened, but Geno Smith did get injured in that game. Let's see. Mike says, yo, old. Let's see. Let's see. Kenneth says Rhino was streaming tonight. And so, yeah, he was streaming. Wasn't it the CFL matchup between? I'm trying to think. Was Winnipeg playing against somebody today? I know. I think he was streaming CFL today. So I know that they're in the playoffs. So I know this got to be pretty deep in the playoffs. And so let's see. Mike says CFL. And so, yep, that's right. That is right. All right, so third quarter is about to get started here. All right, kickoff on the way. No, return to the Broncos to take over from their own 25-yard line to get this one started here in the third quarter as they trail 10-9. All right, so in the game that has so much implications for my fantasy football team, let's see how the rest of this plays out. All right, Wilson up under center, multiple tight ends on the play. They feed it to Williams, and Williams brought down from behind. He's going to lose a yard on the play, making it 2nd and 11 coming up from the Denver Broncos from their own 24-yard line. All right, 2nd and 11. Shotgun formation. Rush throws it quickly. Caught by the receiver. And look at him go. He's still going here. Takes it to about the 48-yard line of the Vikings, but there is a penalty. So let's see what they're going to call. This is going to be the offense here. This is going to be the offense. Bring it back. This is going to be offensive holding. That's so big. That is so big right there. That hurts. Black says Broncos to the Super Bowl. How are you doing today? So that's going to negate that big play, and instead it's going to make it 2nd and long coming up here. Again, that was Mims who made that catch, but it won't count. I don't know if I like that penalty at all right there. All right, 2nd and 17, shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Wilson gets the snap, throws it to the back, and Jaleel brought down in the backfield. He's going to lose more yards. Vikings are doing an excellent job of trying to take these running backs out of the game here for the Broncos. They're like, nah, if you're going to win this one, you're going to have to move the ball down there using your actual receivers in this one. All right, 3rd and 20. Shotgun from their own 15-yard line. Wilson in the pocket, throws it short. It's caught by P. Ryan, and P. Ryan going to pick up 8 yards on the play. Going to make it 4th and 12 coming up in the Denver Broncos. They will punt the ball. All right, punts on the way. Catches it from his own 19, works the sideline, picks up a couple extra yards, and if that's not a late hit, wow. Referee said we letting people hit. Okay, not every day you get to see a contact like that and then get away with it. Okay. Let's see what Joshua Dobbs got in store for us when we come back here from the commercial and wish the Minnesota Vikings lead this one 10-9, and we will see how things transpire moving forward. JB's hoping that we at least come away with a field goal here to help JB's fantasy team out. Can use every point possible. All right, again, we are at the commercial here. 29 votes in, 76% believe that the Vikings will win this game. Mike says Gage stinks. And so I tried to warn Braden, but Braden, he wasn't hearing me. I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him that, hey, Gabe Davis, he's only going to let you down. He's only going to let you down when you need him the most. But Dalton Kincaid, he's getting a lot of catches out there. I am highly concerned, though, for Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears because it seems like every time they're in a close game where they need Justin Fields to just not turn the ball over, somehow it's a fumble where the other team ends up capitalizing on the score. And I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Let's see. Braden says, JB, you were right about Gabe Davis. So I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you, Braden. You should have traded him while you had a chance. Meanwhile, Madison off the left guard here. And oh, look at that. Hurter's a guy there. Picks up. Got to be, let's see if they mark it 9 or 10 yards. Well, let's see what they mark him down at. Alexander Madison out here showing like, hey, I got this. Look at that mouthpiece there. That's a lot of, that's an expensive mouthpiece. All right, so they say 2nd and inches coming up. All right, I like the play calling here from Minnesota. So far, 12 minutes to go in the third. They're up 10-9. Madison goes in motion. It's play fake. Josh throws it, and it is caught there by Jordan Addison. That's his 2nd catch of the game. He's got 35 yards. So Minnesota, they are moving the ball. Let's see, Braden said nobody made any trades yesterday. And so everybody's either content with their team or they're punting on the season. It seems to be one of the two. All right. Dives up under center. Addison goes in motion. They give it to Alexander Madison. And Madison up the middle, still running hard here. Picks up at least about 7 yards on that carry. So now we got 2nd and short. When you're able to run the ball like that on 1st down, you make life so much easier. Play calling is a lot easier once you're looking at 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, and so forth. Run it again. Madison takes it to about the 27-yard line. And again, Alexander Madison, he was pretty much in the concussion protocol the entire week. And so we found out that he was playing relatively late. But certainly you wouldn't know it the way he's running out here today. Braden says he's content with his team. He is content with his team. And you've got pretty much a good spot in your division. I was looking at all the divisions, and so you might be the first person to clinch a division like playoff spot potentially, depending on how everybody else does in your division. But you've got the biggest lead, like separation. Meanwhile, play fake, Dobbs looking, throws it, completed for a yard there to Ty Chandler. And so, Eric, what's good with you? What's good with you, Eric? How are you doing? How is life treating you today? Yeah, JB is hoping that this ends up being a field goal attempt because I selfishly need it for my fantasy football team. Every point matters. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8. Shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, 5 seconds on the play clock. Broncos showing pressure, and the referees are going to stop this play because there was movement by the Minnesota Vikings. That's going to back them up 5 yards, and they call that one Brandon Powell. Eric says, Braden, hold on, you said that game stunning today? And so, yes. I was shocked. I was shocked to see what I saw from Jordan Love in the Packers. All right, 2nd and 13 from the Broncos 31-yard line. They snap it. Dobbs throws it up there. Incomplete in the direction of Jordan Addison there. Incomplete. That's going to make it 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and long. If you're the Broncos, you already know what time it is here. You got to find a way to get a stop. So we can bring out that field goal unit for JB and help him out because JB needs it. All right, so 3rd down here. Shotgun formation. Dobbs gets the snap, fakes it to the back, in the pocket, throws it. Oh, it's intercepted, but there's a penalty here. There is a penalty. So either way, JB's not going to get the field goal unit to come out. And that was Patrick Surtain the second with the interception, but let's see the penalty. Ooh, so that's going to be defensive pass interference we're talking about there. That's huge. That's huge. So, yeah, that explains why he got that interception. And so JJ says, let's go Vikings. Braden says, pick for pass interference. Eric says, Seahawks. Braden, you say, well, like Braden, my Seahawks lost. And then you say your dad's alma mater was playing a winless team and they lost. Oh, man, that's embarrassing there. To lose to a winless team this part of the season, that is embarrassing, not going to lie. Braden says, oh, yeah, Eric, that was a bad loss by the Seahawks. All right, so after the penalty here, they're at the 12-yard line. They feed it to the back up the middle, and he fights for 2 yards. Alexander Madison, who's got 14 carries for 75 yards. Let's see what they call here on second down. Again, here in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. All right, 2nd and 8. They're already up 10-9. They would love to get a touchdown. They're going to go 5 wide here. Gets the snap. Dobbs throws it. Incomplete. Was targeting Jordan Addison there, but incomplete. Third down coming up. Let's see. Eric says, it was sickening all around. Didn't Kenneth Walker III also get injured in that game? Any word about his injury? I know he got hurt, Geno. So quite a few Seahawks went down there in that offense, and it showed. All right, so we got 3rd and 8. Out the shotgun, Dobbs looking, Dobbs. He's going to run for it, and he's going to get the touchdown himself. He says, I'll keep it myself. For the touchdown. 9 plays, 69 yards, 4 minutes and 38 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock on that drive, and they cap it off in the end zone. Well, at least I'll get an extra point. But JB needs more points from his kicker. Extra point is good. All right, so he's got 5 points. We're going to need a lot more. I needed that field goal. Why that pass interference earlier? All right, so we are currently at commercial with the Vikings now leading 17-9 here, third quarter, 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go here in the third. And when we come back, we'll get to see Russell Wilson and his offense and how they're going to respond. Yeah, and again, my fantasy team, I really just need to make sure that Cortland Sutton does not do anything, and especially ensure that Javonte Williams doesn't do anything at all. Why are my Lakers so hot and cold when it comes to shooting? It doesn't make any sense. I'm over here reading the stats and stuff, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we 4 for 22 for our last 22 shots? It makes no sense. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial. All right, getting ready for the kickoff here. Yeah, Joshua Dobbs out here making records and stuff. Gotta love it. All right, no return here from the Broncos, so they'll start off from their own 25-yard line. Let's see how the offense looks this time out here in the third quarter with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go. So far, they've been able to score 3 times, all in the form of field goals. We'll see what they do this time out. All right, here we go. Shotgun. Wilson looking, throws it short to Jalil, and Jalil picks up about a yard on the reception. He's got 4 catches for 6 yards today. Again, Vikings have done a tremendous job in limiting these running backs. All right, 2nd and 9, tosses it here, and Williams on the carry, fighting forward, picks up 6 yards on the play, and now we're looking at 3rd and 3. He's got 7 carries for 21 yards. Yeah, JB needs for him not to do anything. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 3 for the Broncos from their own 32-yard line. Wilson making adjustments here. We got 5 seconds on the play clock, so he's got to get ready to snap this ball quickly. Just does get it off in time. Moves around, throws one up there deep, but he's off by, who knows, 6 yards at the very minimum. 4th down coming up, and so will the punt unit come out for the Broncos. Let's see. Braden says FAU lost to Bryant in basketball last night. I remember Bryant last year in the thing. I remember them. So, that's a big win for Bryant. Not a good loss there for FAU. All right, Broncos punt it. Goes into the end zone, and the Vikings will take over from their own 20-yard line. So we'll see what Joshua Dobbs and company have in store for us this time out. Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter with 6 minutes and 23 seconds to go. JB is like, can we get in field goal range and tack on 3 more points for my fantasy team? Do it for JB's fantasy team. Braden says the Warriors aren't playing good, and so I'm pretty sure you guys are playing better than how we're playing. But you guys have been playing good as of late due to the whole Draymond suspension and stuff like that. And plus no Steph, so I understand that. I see Utah and Phoenix is a close game right now, 107-106, late 4th quarter. Boston and Memphis, that's a close one too. Yeah, my Lakers got to win this. We got to win this one. Let's see, Brandon says, oh yeah, Draymond Green. The enforcer himself. My guy should have been an Avenger, all right? He should have been an Avenger, because, or if not, he should have teamed up with Thanos, one of the two. But this is just, oh man, oh man. But way to defend your teammates. But he said, nah, if Steph Curry's not out there, I don't want to be out there. I don't want to be out there either. He's like, what's the quickest path out? He saw an opportunity and he took it. Again, we are currently at the commercial. Here in the third quarter, 6 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. And we've got 32 votes in so far here on the poll, with the Vikings leading the poll here. 24 of you believe that Minnesota will win this game. Wow, we still got about 80 of you that's still hoping that the Broncos will find a way to win this one. But it is a one-possession lead for the Vikings. But they're looking to try to change that now. Dobbs gets the snap. And Chandler picks up 5 yards on the carry, 2nd and 5 coming up. I don't know if that handoff looked a little awkward there on that play or not. All right, so 2nd and 5. Multiple tight ends. Gets the snap. Dobbs looking. Throws it over the middle. Oh my goodness. He finds Josh Oliver once again. 29 yards, taking it to the Broncos side of the field, all the way to their 46-yard line. And man, this has been a very busy game for Josh Oliver here. JB is happy that he avoided Josh Oliver's player props today. I would have been messed up. Brayden says Tyrese Macy, who's been one of your favorite young players for a while, has been playing really good. That he has. You know, I feel like this has been a great opportunity for him, and it's exactly what the 76ers needed. Ham goes in motion. They feed it again. Look at that. Chandler bulldoze somebody. Nice, picked up 7 yards on the play. He's got 8 carries today for 42 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up from the Denver 39-yard line. And it's the Minnesota Vikings who lead 17-9 in this game here in the third quarter with under 5 minutes remaining to play. Hawkinson goes in motion. Play fake. Oop, trying to avoid the rush there. Goes forward there. Picks up about 1.5 yards there. Okay. To the Denver 38-yard line. All right, now JB does want a field goal attempt, but not from this distance. So gonna need them to pick up a first. But I love the way that Joshua Dobbs just looks so comfortable in his offense, and he's getting pressured quite a good bit. He is being pressured quite a good bit. Every defensive coordinator wants to throw him off his game, but he's just out here making it look very easy. 3rd and 2. Gets it. Throws it. Gets the completion there to Brandon Powell. Okay, that's a big completion in the first down. Picked up 4 yards, but the first. Braden says, JB, who do you think should win the Heisman Trophy? Marvin Harrison Jr. Stop disrespecting the Ohio State Buckeye players year after year after year. I stood back, said nothing when the late Dwayne Haskins was overlooked. I stood back and said nothing when C.J. Stroud was overlooked. There was plenty of players that should have won it, but we just got invited just to not really be a part of the conversation. They better stop it this year. Marvin Harrison Jr. had better get that Heisman Trophy. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say there, Brady. Feeds it to Alexander Madison. Madison lost the ball. He lost the ball. I cannot believe it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Now there is a penalty. Oh my word. It's going to be holding on the offense anyways. It's going to be holding on the offense, but it's decline. So it's going to be Broncos football. So Alexander Madison is responsible for messing up JB's opportunity to get another field goal. Braden says Harrison is third on this list. Just flat out disrespectful. Flat out disrespectful, Braden. The disrespect. Like I sat here last year and listened to everybody talking about what's TCU's quarterback name again. That he oh yeah, that's right. Max Duggan, this, Max Duggan, that. Had listened to that all year last year once everybody fell off the hype train for I think it was Caleb Williams and stuff like that. It was supposed to be CJ Stroud next, but nope, they skipped him and went all the way to Max Duggan because it was a nice story and stuff like that until Georgia killed the narrative and stuff like that. All right, so let's see. Braden says he would have said pennies before yesterday, but you've got Daniels winning it now, and so perfect example. Everybody else ahead of him. Everybody else. But it's cool. It's cool. But no, I thought at first Penix was going to be a sure lock, but yeah, that didn't work out too well. I mean, heck, I mean, someone else who's on my list, probably not as popular, is Bo Nix now. I mean, after seeing the performance that he's putting out there, I mean, Bo Nix has been looking really good, really good. So Brandon says, I understand your frustration with it, JB. And so I am. We have sent plenty of quality players and stuff like that. But for some reason, if they go to Oklahoma, they get the nod. They're like, all right, Oklahoma, yes. USC, yes. Ohio State, no, we're not going to do it. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, what? I'm like, y'all literally went to the graveyard, used the Monster Reborn, and brought up this kid from nowhere. Max Duggan made one of those Spike Lee NBA 2K storylines for him and all like that, or I should probably say Madden storylines, and then just gave it to him. Gave it to him. He didn't even go undefeated. Didn't even go undefeated. All right, meanwhile, Williams there on the carry. Cannot let Williams get awake. Can't let him wake up here. JB needs to win in that league. That's the money league. Do not give Williams the ball. Vikings, I need you to do better than this. I'm just asking for you to stop two players, Portland Sutton and Javonte Williams. Those are the Jerry Judy. I've got no beef with Jerry right now. And Jerry takes the 32-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Let's see. Brandon says because Oklahoma has splash and Ohio State doesn't. And so, well, I tell you what we got and they don't. We have championships. I know they've got championships too, but still. Brandon, how could you say that? How could you say that? JB's hurt now. We do have flash. It may not be the type of flash that they have over there at Oklahoma, but we got flash. Heck, look at our quarterback. Look at their quarterback in the NFL. Hands to the back. He picks up a yard on the carry. That was Jalil. Is that really his first carry of the game for a yard? Wow. You say true. All right, so we got 2nd and 9 here for Russell Wilson in the offense. 55 seconds to go here in the third. Wilson throws it. Caught by Jalil, and he bounces off of one guy, takes it all the way to about the 23-yard line, about a yard shy. We do see a penalty out there. Looks like they picked up the flag, I suppose. You say Choklahoma. You say, well, Kyler Murray's been playing good, and I need that for my fantasy team in my money league. I absolutely need Kyler Murray to do good. But I'll put it this way: I'm gonna keep it a buck with Kyler Murray. If he was doing so great, we wouldn't be having these conversations about Caleb Williams potentially to the Cardinals and stuff like that. Wilson, quarterback sneaks it, gets the first down, and that will take us to the end of the third quarter. So 1 quarter remaining in this one with the Minnesota Vikings leading 17-9. Let's see, JJ says Vikings, let's go. And so, yes, I need the Vikings defense to step it up. And so, JJ, I need the Vikings to get me about 2 more field goals in the fourth quarter. Can you tell someone in the Vikings organization to get your boy JB at least 2 more field goals in this game? That would be nice. That will help JB's chances out a lot. Braden says, yeah, Kyler Murray has gotten overly hated, but also hasn't played that well either. Kyler Murray has been streaky and all like that. Like, I noticed something between the short quarterbacks that have been mobile the last few years, him, Russell Wilson, they are more streaky than normal. Like, they'll start off the first couple games of the season either good or bad, and then they'll flip it midway through the season. And I've seen that a lot with Kyler Murray and stuff like that. You go back to I know it's been a while, but go back to when I think it was the first year that they acquired Hopkins and stuff like that. When they started off like 9-0, but they lost to, I think their first loss was to your Packers and stuff like that on a primetime matchup. And Kyler Murray threw that pass where AJ Green did not even try to make a move for the ball, ended up costing them that loss. But ever since then, he just got cold. And it's like middle of the season, he just gets cold. So he's good for maybe about a good 6, 7, 8 games before he just starts to just go get reckless with it, in all honesty. So I'm hoping that since he started the season so late that he can give me a good 6, 7, 8 games if need be. Let's see, Braden says also you can put Baker Mayfield in that list too. And so, yeah, what Baker has going on down there in Tampa, I mean, Tampa can use those picks to continue to build like just around and stuff like that. But yeah, this is, yeah, uh-oh. Uh-oh, I need the Vikings defense to step up. Cannot have Williams get in the end zone. Him or Cortland Sutton. So here we go. From their own 21-yard line. Quick pass. It's completed. Jerry Jeudy picks up about 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1 coming up. JJ says, yeah, Kyler is underrated. I literally went and stashed this man the moment I realized I made a mistake. I made a big mistake drafting Daniel Jones towards the end of my draft. I waited towards the end to get a quarterback. Huge mistake drafting him. And I think also Sam Howell, which Sam Howell's been playing a lot better lately, but it took him long enough. All right, so they ran the ball there with Williams. No gain on the play. Third down coming up. Third and short. Need the Vikings defense to come up here big for JB. Don't need a first down for the Broncos. Come on, Vikings. Get a stand here. Do it for JB's fantasy team. Whatever happens, don't let Williams get the touchdown if they do score. Our court and 7. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. Heavy formation. Wilson, quarterback, keeps it himself there. Clearly got the first down. And then some. Oh, but there is a flag. There is a flag I see. Let's see what they call. Come on, refs. Holding. I know you saw the holding. I know you saw it, ref. Come on. I know you saw it, ref. Stick with your gut. Don't let them talk you out of it. You saw holding. That's what you saw. Let's see. Braden says, yeah, I remember the game. Russell Douglas had that pick. He had 2 picks and a fumble recovery today. And so still out here making plays. Oh, man, they got all the officials in on this one. I guess they're just talking about how they're going to divide that check. So let's see. Braden says, JB, would you rather have as a starting quarterback Zach Wilson or Daniel Jones? Oh, gosh. They're both bad. Really bad, like bad. But if I had to pick between the two as of right now, from what I've seen this season alone, I would go Zach Wilson for what I've seen this season alone. But from what I've seen throughout their careers, I would go Daniel Jones. But man, that's right. And what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? They both were. I can't start either of those, Braden. So they called illegal formation there. So that backs them up 5 yards there. So now we got 3rd down. So the Vikings get another chance here to get a stop on 3rd down. And JB's not playing around. We need to stop here. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation here. Vikings look like they're showing pressure. Safety goes back. They only send 3. But it's enough to bring them down. Better sack. Let's go. Let's go. Big time sack there. Whew. Let's see. Braden says, I'm surprised you picked Zach. Well, Zach never suited up for the New York Giants, Braden. So I'll say that. Believe me, it was not a pleasant choice. Kick is up, and it is good. So tack on 3 more points. So the Broncos have been very busy with field goals. Really wish I had the Broncos kicker on my squad tonight. But that's big. That's big. So if I can just get the Vikings to go down there and get me a field goal. Again, that drive got started by Alexander Madison fumbling the football. That's something you just can't do. Let's see. Brandon says, oh, I see you picked Zach because of your hatred for the Giants. I chose the better quarterback of the two, Braden. That's what I did. I chose the better quarterback of the two. Nice question. All right, so again, Broncos tacked on 3 points. We're looking at a 17 to 12 game, 12 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the fourth. So Vikings understand they still need to go ahead and add some more points here on this scoreboard. Let's see, Braden says Kenny Pickett or Jordan Love, and you better say Love. And so I'm actually going to surprise you there, Braden. I'm going to say Kenny is not my choice. I got to go Jordan Love in that one there because, I mean, Kenny's just not showing me anything. At least Jordan Love showed me a little something today, but Kenny's not showing me anything. I can't get any with Kenny. So I'm not going to spend a penny on Kenny. That's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. It is a wise thing to avoid any Pittsburgh quarterback. All right, kickoff on the way, no return. Minnesota takes over for their own 25-yard line with one mission in mind, and that's to drive down there and try to get some points. All right, here we go. Quick pass. Oh, that's going to be incomplete, a little bit too far in front of him. But even if he did catch that one, he wasn't going to get any yards on that one. Again, that pass was towards Ty Chandler, but we've got a penalty here. They call pass interference against KJ Osborne there, so makes a bad play even worse. So now we're looking at 1st and 20 from the Vikings 15-yard line. All right, so here we go. The shotgun here, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back, 1st and 20. Broncos sending 5. Dobbs throws it. It's picked off. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, he just threw it there. It was picked off. Now they have the ball at the 9-yard line. So once again, they put JB in this situation. Let's see. Braden says Tua or Purdy. I gotta go Tua. Look at the weapons that Tua has with him. I mean, I know Purdy's got some weapons too, but you give me Tyreek and all that. Give me Tua. Give me Tua. Now, if we're talking a team that I'm building myself, I might have to actually take Purdy, maybe, because Tua's health is a concern. JJ says, JB, who would you rather have as your receiver, Chase or Jefferson? Jefferson, hands down, any day of the week, Jefferson. I try to not be in a situation to where I've got to take Chase with my first pick, to be honest, because I feel like they take such a long time for the Bengals to get going offensively that I'm already probably 4 games behind before him and Burrow decide to actually perform during the season, and then the risk of an injury happening, all that stuff. So they head it to the back, and all right, Williams picks up a yard here. Come on, Vikings defense, I need you now. I need you to step it up for me. Dang it, Joshua Dobbs. Why did you do that? Can't have Javonte Williams or Cortland Sutton get in the end zone. All right, 2nd and goal. 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter with the Vikings up 17-12. But thanks to the turnover there by Josh Dobbs, now they find themselves having to find a way to prevent the offense from getting into the end zone here. Quick pass, caught. This is Marvin Mims, and Marvin Mims runs out of real estate after picking up 2 yards on the play on that one. But there is a penalty. Let's see, Braden says yes. There is a penalty. Wow. So we got a face mask call here on the offense. That doesn't happen every day. Let me see. What would get the officials' attention here? Oh yeah, he grabbed it, held on to it, tried to pull him to the floor like that. Right in front of the official too. So now that makes second and goal a lot longer now. Backs him up 15 yards there. And let's see what they do. Again, 11 minutes and 47 seconds to go. All right, Coach, can we take out Williams out the game, Coach? He looks a little tired out there. All right, so here we go. Second and goal from their own 23-yard line after the penalty. Wilson looking. Wilson throws it. Williams gets the catch, and he picks up 13 yards, much to JB's annoyance. Again, still plenty of time in this fourth quarter with over 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go. But a big third down coming up. And so RC on aces. He says, JB, yo, I'm back. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. All right, just in time for a third and goal situation here. Broncos trying to get their first touchdown of the game. They're down 5 points here, so they would love to get a touchdown. Let's see what happens. Wilson throws one. And it's, oh, the juggling incompletion there. Jerry Jeudy dropped his duty on that one. That was just terrible. Terrible to see, terrible to witness there. You had an opportunity. He juggled it a couple times there. Just, I mean, I don't know what more you want from Russell Wilson there. Nobody to block the guy coming inside. He throws it right there on the money, and Jerry Jeudy acts like he is supposed to be performing a juggling act there. Oh, come on, Jerry. That's one you got to make. Great job by the Vikings defense, though. It's good. All right, so the field goal is good. Man, I'm jealous of whoever has the Broncos field goal kicker in their fantasy league. You say, JB, you think I got enough room in my name to add T-Wolves? And so absolutely, why not? Why not? Why not? All right, so we are at the commercial here. 10 minutes and 37 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Minnesota Vikings lead right now 17-15. Let's see, JJ says the Eagles O-line is so good. And so, yeah, and I feel like that's going to be a major factor for tomorrow's matchup there. I think the weather's supposed to be not ideal. So if there's a lot of wind and stuff like that, that can make things very interesting and give the Eagles an advantage when it comes to like red zone offense, because we know Jalen Hurts, he can run or they can give it to the back, stuff like that. Plus the receivers they have on the outside. So I'm looking forward to it. You guys let me know. Who do you guys think is going to win that matchup tomorrow between the Eagles and the Chiefs? Let's see. RC on Ace says the Vikings got a winning record. You say you'll be damned. And so, yes, because all Josh Jobs does is win. And even though he threw that interception and put his team in a bind, that Vikings defense, they came through for him. They came through for him. So I will say that. JJ said you've got the Chiefs defense. And so I tell you what, JJ, do me a solid. You do me a solid. We might just do you a solid, all right? Make sure that Devontae Smith doesn't catch a single pass tomorrow in his direction. And I mean that, not a single pass in his direction. I want to look at that stat sheet, and I want to see that they have 0 by him for everything, for Devontae Smith. That's what I want to see for him. Now, A.J. Brown, hey, somebody got to get some yards, right? Give it all to A.J. Brown. Anytime you give it a completion, give it to A.J. Brown. If it ain't A.J. Brown, we don't want it. So that is JB's plea. Kickoff on the way. All right, no return. All right, Vikings, give me something here with this kicker. Give me something. You said you got Smith on your team too, and so, oh man, well maybe we'll get Hurts to throw a pick six or something to make up for that. But I can't let Smith get anything, or at the very least let AJ Brown outperform Smith. Kenneth says the spread 2.5 favorite the Eagles. Okay, Archie Nation says the first few days or two you was dead. Then the next few days walking, stumbling zombie with fevers, runny nose, and some. Oh man, oh man. How long have you been sick again? They feed it to Madison, and Madison trying to make up for that earlier fumble, picks up 5 yards on the carry. 2nd and 5 coming up at the Minnesota 30-yard line. Let's see, Archie says, at least he didn't have COVID, luckily. And so, yes, that's a positive. All right, snaps it, gives it to Alexander Madison, who picks up a yard on the play. So now we got 3rd down coming up. All right, here we go, shotgun. Dobbs making adjustments. Broncos are showing pressure. They send 4. Dobbs throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Tried to throw that one to Jordan Addison there. Incomplete. That would have been a tough completion. 4th down coming up. Again here in the 4th quarter with 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go. All right, let's see. RC Nation says, JB, this day 5. You say you're getting better slowly. I've always taken forever to recover when you have the flu. And so, well, at least you're getting better. That's the positive thing right there. I know 5 days, that is a long time right there. But as long as you're getting better, that's great. And hopefully you'll be right by the time Thanksgiving hits, hopefully. All right, here goes the punt unit here. And, oh, it's a direct snap here to Ty Chandler. And he is still rumbling forward there. I mean, he picked up a chunk of yards there. Let's see. That's like 31 yards right there. I mean, hey, he's happy. The Vikings are happy. Ty Chandler fantasy football owners are happy with that play as well. That is big. The only people that's not happy right now are the Denver Broncos. But wow, that was huge. And you say it's the severe sinus infection that really had you miserable the most. And so, oh man. Oh man, we're definitely hoping that the next time we talk to Jimmy 10 minutes, you're feeling even better. Definitely hoping for that. Addison goes in motion, feeds it to Alexander Madison, and Madison back to the line of scrimmage. She gets brought down. There is a penalty here. And you know what that means? There's been quite a few penalties called today. Usually that is meant holding. Let's see. Archie Nation says, as you know, JB, being sick can be disgusting. And so, yes, it is never pretty. It is never pretty. And so, especially when it drags out, though, I hate when it drags out. I have a small tolerance for it. I'm like, look, if I get sick, I want to be better by the end of that second day. I don't want to go into no 3, 5 day stretch. Normally, by the fifth day, JB's feeling much better and stuff like that. But if it's anything beyond that, then nah. Punter did a good job of selling that fake as if it was the snap or something. Play fake, throws it to Madison, and Madison's going to lose a yard or two on the play. Madison is looking for a penalty to help him out here. 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth. And there's a Denver Broncos player that's currently down right now, Levis Allen. Medical staff's looking at him. JJ says the fake was sick. And now we're going to hit the commercial here. All right, so 32 votes in. Vikings still leading the poll. Meanwhile, my Lakers are down 6 points right now to the Rockets. 55-49. Got to find a way to get that W. Can't lose. The Dylan Brooks squad won't do it. Will not do it. And again, we are currently here at the commercial. Yep. And so for some, this week is going to be a very short week. I mean, for JB, only get 1 day off this week, but happy to have that. So I will take a shorter week. Wish I had Friday as well. That would be great. Especially since I know in my role, like, nobody's going to be answering the phones, but it's cool. JJ says, only field goals, LOL. And so, yes, all field goals for the Broncos. I wish the Vikings would have gotten me some more field goals here. I only have their kicker in this game for me. Everybody else is like, make sure that they don't do anything. But if Greg Joseph can muster up 1 or 2 more field goals for me, I'll be very happy. But as long as Cortland Sutton and Javonte Williams don't do anything else, I'll be okay. JB will survive. All right, so that was Zach Wilson, the injured player. All right, 2nd and 21. Ball almost at midfield. Joshua Dobbs gets the snap. Dobbs moving around, looking, trying to figure out what he's going to do with the ball here. Found a crease, ran through it, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Picks up a yard in the process there, but that's going to make it 3rd and 20. And he was looking for someone to throw the ball to, but I mean, he did his best Houdini impersonation. It just wasn't enough. But let's see what happens here. All right, so we got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Shotgun. Broncos showing pressure. They send 5, throws it short. It's caught. Chandler turning on the Jets, and he gets the first down. Somehow, some way, he picks up 22, and they needed 20. When in doubt, throw it to Ty Chandler. He's going to come through for you. And so JJ, because he's in shock right now. He's in a happy shock right now. He's like, oh my goodness. Just imagine when this Vikings team gets JJ back. Just imagine that. right, perfect. All right, so let's see. Are we really checking a replay for this? All right, let's see. Let's see. Maybe JB's chip. Oh, shoot. I didn't recognize that at first. I didn't see that first knee. So, okay. So I see why they called the instant replay. Let's see. Stops right there. And, ooh, ooh, this is going to be close. I tell you what, though, it won't be that full. Like, they'll at least have to take off about a yard or two from it. But I don't know. He might still possibly have it. What do you guys think? And you say a championship? Yeah, but you guys think that he was short? Did he get it? The play is currently being under review right now. And again, fourth quarter, 7 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. And it's the Minnesota Vikings that currently lead right now, 17-15. Denver has not scored a touchdown in this one. But Russell Wilson, he is 21 of 27 for 191 yards passing so far in this one. So he might actually inch above that 200-yard passing mark. Last time Russell Wilson threw for 200 yards, it only cost JB about 10K. So nothing wrong with that. Literally cost JB 10K the last time Russell Wilson threw for over 200 yards in the game, I believe. Really messed JB up there. But I can thank Zach Wilson for contributing to that. Let's see, JJ says, I don't know, it is close. It is close. It is close. It is very close. They're definitely going to have to change the spot of the ball, though, because they did give him an extra 2 yards originally. So they will need to bring it back, but it's just where exactly will it be marked? That's the question. I feel like it was just under, but if you bring out the measuring chain, like that last link that you need for the football to be at, it might actually be just there. So it's that close. Braden says, hey, RC Iowa with a nice bounce back game tonight. And so did they really, Braden? Did they really? JB's just over here just so happy to hear that. Did they really? Meanwhile, Phoenix and Utah, they're in double overtime? Really? Wow. RC Nation says, get that bum out of the league. Get that bum out of the league. Ooh, so this is going to be, let's see. Play was reversed. Listening to, well, trying to read the lips of the official here. Wow. Okay, okay. From that angle, it is short. Then again, JB doesn't to change his contact names. RC Nation says, JB, we lost. And so, no. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. No. It's going to bring up fourth down here, but there's still the field goal unit. We can literally try the field goal here. Listen to JB. Try the field goal. No. Field goal. And they do the touch push. All you have to do is just listen to JB, bring out the field goal unit, get 3 points, and play some defense, and then get some more 3 points. And so JJ says 2 yards short. That's the Archer Mesa says we lost Thursday but won tonight. And so, okay, okay. As long as your W's keep adding up, that's what's important. All right, so a fresh new set of downs here for the Minnesota Vikings. Play fake. Looking, throws it to Hawkinson, and Hawkinson, he's going to get tackled after picking up 4 yards in the play. 2nd and 6 coming up from the Broncos' 23-yard line. 6 minutes to go left in the game. Both teams with all 3 timeouts, and the Vikings with a 2-point lead. RC Nation says, Coach JB knows worse. I mean best. Ouch. Oh man. Archie on Ace said, "Did the Lakers lose? Let me go check my NBA League Pass real quick." LOL. And so let's not do that. We were just at halftime not that long ago, so the game's still going. Pump fakes, throws it, gets another completion here to Hawkinson. Hawkinson feels that nobody touched him, but he was definitely touched. Clock continues to run. All right, so Minnesota, they've got touchdown on the brain. And honestly, that's been one of the biggest differences in this game. Quite frankly, Minnesota, they've been able to come up with 2 touchdowns, while the Broncos have not been able to come up with a single touchdown, in spite of the fact that Alexander Madison basically tried to gift them one. Madison, speaking of him, runs to the back of his blocker. Then he finally finds the lane, but that closes up. And so he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. RC says Bradley Beal out for 3 weeks. And so, 3 weeks. You say Suns and Jazz in double OT? Yes, I've been glancing at my phone for that one. Double OT, but it looks like the Suns got the victory. 2nd and 10. Gives it to Chandler. Chandler goes nowhere. This is a big 3rd down here. If you are the Broncos, it'd be to your advantage to get a sack or something, and don't let it be like 4th and short, because they seem like they'll go for it. So you've got to come up and make a firm stance here. All right, here we go, 3rd and 10. Broncos defense looks a little tired right now, but they got to pull through. Dobbs in the shotgun. Addison goes in motion. Snaps it. Broncos in pressure. Dobbs fills it. Just throws that one away. He threw it up there. He just threw it up for grabs, really, but it's incomplete. So 4th down coming up. Lucky for him, he didn't put too much air on that one to where a DB could have made a play on that ball. And so JJ says field goal. And so, yes, that means field goal's coming up. That's going to help JB's squad. JB's been calling for it. JB's been calling for it. All right, this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt for the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph, right down the middle, tacks on 3 more points for JB's fantasy team and the Minnesota Vikings here. 20-15 is our score with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. So they're up by 5 points. Defense got to go out there, still stop Russell Wilson in that offense, and get the ball back. That was big time to get JB that field goal. Big time right there. Now I have to ask the Vikings defense, can we get a 3 and out here? Uh-oh. I don't like this. Russ over there talking to Courtland Sutton. I don't like this at all. I need the Vikings defense to step up for me. All right, so here goes the kickoff unit. Kickoff on the way. No return on the play, so we'll see the Denver Broncos come out offensively here, down by 5 points. Every time they've scored so far in this game, it has been in the form of a field goal, but this time they understand a field goal will not be enough, so they got to try to get their first touchdown of the game. RC on Aces says, Broncos suck. JJ says, one more. I would love it if Russell Wilson just went out there and threw an interception in the first play. I would love that. That would make JB very happy if he came out and did that. Or if Javonte Williams went out there and fumbled. Again, thinking about my fantasy team here. All right, from their own 25-yard line, Russ in a shotgun. Gets the snap. It's a draw play. Feed it to Williams, trying to bounce to the outside here, but nope, goes out of bounds here at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Denver Broncos. And Minnesota's defense has looked pretty good because there's been a couple of times where they've just been in some bad situations, but they have found a way to persevere. And JB needs that same perseverance. Let's go. All right, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Russ gets the snap. Vikings send 4. Russ throws it deep to the right, and oh, he's going to want that pass back there. Incomplete to LaJordan Humphrey. I didn't know LaJordan Humphrey was on the Denver Broncos. And let's see. RC says struggle, Wilson, time. All right, let's see. 3rd and 10. And they give it to P-Ron, and P-Ron up the middle picks up 7 yards on the play, still 3 yards shy. And 4th down coming up. Very confusing call right there, knowing that you needed 10 yards. I'm sure somebody out there who took the under on P-Ron rushing is probably kicking themselves right now because I'm pretty sure it was a pretty low player prop. All right, but 4th down coming up. Can the Vikings get a stop here? I really hope so. That'll put them right in field goal range. And with the timeout the Broncos have, maybe we can get JB some more support here. But I hope so. All right, 4th and 3. 5 seconds right now on the play clock. They snap it. Wilson looking. Wilson has time. Wilson throws it up. Please tell me it's incomplete. Tell me it's incomplete. Tell me it's incomplete. But there's a flag. There's a flag. That's right. Come on, it's got to be holding the offense. Got to be holding the offense. Bring this one back. Y'all going to call defensive pass interference on that play. And then come on, man. That's not what JB need. No. 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 He was so close to getting the stop. I would have preferred that he would have scrambled than to just throw that one to Courtland Sutton. Dang it, that would have been a big opportunity there. Braden says huge catch. We don't need any more huge catches, Braden. From him or Williams. We don't need any more. Thank goodness Williams not in the game. But still. Two minutes and 19 seconds left to go. Looking, throws it. It is caught by P. Ryan. And that's going to be 1st down. Russell hurrying up. All right, looks like 2-minute warning is going to catch him here. All right, so 2-minute warning is the Vikings 20, Broncos 15. Braden says he should have ran it honestly. He should have, but he thought about it. He said, well, how could I hurt JB's fantasy team in the process? So he said, yeah, let me just throw it up there. Let me just throw it up there. I know Courtland Sutton hasn't been doing too much, but you ain't got to put a linebacker on my guy. I mean, at least put someone with some speed to go up there and knock the ball down or something. But JB not tripping. JB not tripping. I mean, even if they did move the ball, as long as it does not go to Courtland Sutton on this drive, I should be good. I should be good. Come Look at that, Braden. I see your Green Bay Packers atop the in the hunt conversation. Braden, I see you. A little ways to go to get in the actual picture, but I see you. Who says the season's done for the Packers, right? You guys, the Rams, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Just a couple games out of it. Let's see, Braden says it's crazy that you guys are still alive, and so well, that's just the NFC for you right now. Once you get past the bigger names. All right, here we go. 5 wide. P. Ryan getting a lot of work this drive. Wilson making adjustments. Gets the snap, throws it. P. Ryan making moves. P. Ryan pushing defenders forward. Picks up about 17 yards on the play and a first down. A minute, 47 seconds left to go. How will this one end? Two teams that just refuse to give up. And now at the Minnesota 28-yard line. First and 10. Wilson steps up. Wilson throws it, gets another completion to his back. And so he was down either way. Well, they say it went out of bounds. Okay. 2nd and 4 coming up. Timeout called by the Broncos. And again, if you are watching and you have not casted your vote yet for who you think is going to win this game, it is not too late to cast your vote and let me know who you got winning this one. A minute 21 left to go in this one. All right, 2nd and 4. They've got Williams in the backfield here. Vikings bringing pressure. Broncos pick it up. They throw it away. That's incomplete. Took a deep shot there. Nobody was really open. 3rd and 4 coming up. All right, so here we go. 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation. Russell Wilson has the Broncos driving once again, but can he find the end zone? Throws it short. P. Ryan once again has the first down. Picks up 7 yards before he goes into bounds. And man, P. Ryan, he's that guy that they go to in that pass game late situations. Him, Williams, a lot of guys you got to look out for in that backfield. This drive alone, he ran for 4 catches and 40 yards, and I'm just glad they don't have Williams back there, because that would have been murderous. And so Wilson throws it, and no, he did not. He threw a touchdown to Courtland Sutton. The one guy that JB asked him not to throw the ball to, this is the guy he decides to throw the ball to. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? That was huge. That was huge. Like, that shifted JB from a 67% chance of winning to now 49%. That touchdown right there. This is why I hate Russell Wilson. He does stuff like this. You couldn't throw that one to Jerry Jeudy or Marvin Mims? Shaking my head. Brady says, yes, Broncos. Oh, boy, this just makes it a whole lot more complicated than it needed to be. Well, Greg Joseph, I hope you get a chance for a game winner. JB is just shaking his head right now. All right, here we go. Mims goes in motion, pitches it, doesn't get it. Fantastic. Excellent. Oh, boy. All right. At least do JB a solid here and get me a game-winning field goal from Greg Joseph. Yeah, Blackman, you didn't even try. All right, so getting ready for the kickoff unit here. Trying to see if the Vikings can at least get in field goal range for a game winner. We don't need a drive-off touchdown. No, we need a game-winning field goal. Clock expiring, that's what we need. Kickoff on the way. All right, so Joshua Dobbs, an opportunity here on the road. Can he lead the Vikings down there and get him in field goal range to try to win this one? He's got time, 1 minute and 3 seconds, all 3 timeouts. We got to be smart with it. Dobbs in the shotgun. Hockenson goes in motion. Throws it. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. And that was just a great play right there by Simmons in the secondary to knock that one out of his hand. .58 seconds remaining to go here in the 4th quarter. All right, 2nd and 10. Again in the shotgun. Dobbs throws it. Gets the completion there. Addison goes out of bounds here. Wish he would have did more of a heads-up play and actually picked up the first in the process, which I feel like he could have. but still 3rd and 1 coming up. He did get out of bounds. All right, so we got 3rd and 1. Dobbs moving around. Still moving. Come on, Dobbs, do it. And he gets, ooh, does he get the first down? All right, so it looks like where they marked the ball at, again, 42 seconds here. And so I thought they were going to bring him down there. Let's see where they mark him at. I don't know why y'all pausing there. He is not down there. All right, so either way, we got a timeout there. They're going to be checking the replay to see if it is or is not a first. 4th and inches. And again, all you got to do is just get in field goal range here. Greg Joseph knock it through and come out with the win. All right, Dobbs, quarterback keeper. He picks up 2 yards on the play. All right, Minnesota calls the timeout, their second timeout, 41 seconds remaining. So Broncos leading right now 21-20. Minnesota, they're the team that actually needs the field goal now. All right, so 1st and 10. So you've got 1 timeout, 41 seconds here. Got to move the ball. So far, they've executed 5 plays for 11 yards so far. So gonna have to find a way to get some more yardage here. Dobbs gets it, throws it, incomplete again. I mean, Simmons is just laying Hawkinson out every time the ball goes in this direction. Now, our poll says the Vikings will win this game. And our poll is usually right. So let's see if Joshua Dobbs can make us right again. All right, 2nd and 10. Braden says, come on, Broncos. And so Dobbs avoiding people here and just throws that one away. Great job being able to get that one thrown away. So 28 seconds and 1 timeout. 3rd and 10. Got to get the first down at all costs here. But Dobbs is out here running for his life. Like, he's just making guys miss. And so love his ability to just get away. And even in a situation like that, throwing it away is so much better than taking an actual sack there. All right, just does get the snap off. Oh, no, they've got him surrounded, and he just throws that one away. 4th down coming up. Vikings have got to find a way to protect and give him some time, but now we've got a major 4th down coming up. Oh, look at this. The officials. Where was this when the Broncos had the ball? Intentional grounding is called. All right, so looking at the replay. Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to fully depend on A.J. Brown to come through for me in a big way and hope that Devontae Smith does not have a big game. Because Dobbs on 4th and 25, throws it. All right, incomplete. That's pretty much it. So with no timeouts, nothing they can do, Broncos are going to come out, take a knee, and take this W here from the Minnesota Vikings. And Braden is going to be celebrating. Braden will be celebrating. JB's going to go ahead and end the poll question. JJ can't believe it. And so, yes, this is very tough, very heartbreaking. That last touchdown by Courtland Sutton really hurt JB's fantasy team a lot. So now I must put my faith in A.J. Brown to come out here and have a monster game tomorrow and hope Devontae Smith is just a pedestrian watching. And Russ comes out to take a knee. Takes the knee, and that is it. That is a wrap. That is game. So this one is over and done. The Denver Broncos win this one 21-20. That's our final score here. The Broncos beating the Vikings and giving them a loss to sort of cool off their win streak that they had going. And so that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Kenneth says, who told you the Broncos is going to win? And so my guy Kenneth. My guy Kenneth knew all along. Yes, but thank you guys so much for coming through. It's been great. It's been real. But JB does have work tomorrow, so JB will go ahead and end the stream now. But see you guys next time. And yeah, JB will look to put up the stream if I can stream tomorrow. But if not, then I look forward to seeing you guys on Thanksgiving. But it should be up sometime before the late evening hours tomorrow if I can. Kenneth says, good night, my friend. See you on the next stream. Yeah, good night to you. See you on the next stream. JJ says, bye, JB. Yeah, goodbye to you, JJ. Take care. And yeah, don't take this loss too personal here. Vikings will bounce back. I'm sure of that. But yeah, see you guys next